Hey YouTube, hey Jets fans, welcome back to the JTS Jets Show. I am Sean, your host, and today I'm going to be covering what players I would be upset with or disappointed with if the Jets selected them in the first round of the 2022 NFL Draft. So let's get started. I'm just going to run right down my list here and give you my reasoning why, and then on tomorrow's episode I will actually be doing a mock draft, so I'm pretty excited about that. It'll be my first mock draft. So, getting into it, Evan Neal would be first on my list. One, I don't think he's the best offensive lineman in the draft. I think Ike Ekwonu is better. But second of all, I think we addressed the offensive line enough in free agency, and we have some other bigger holes that we need to fill on the roster, i.e. wide receiver, pass rusher, inside linebacker, interior defensive line, safety. Still feel like all those positions are more important than offensive line. That being said, I'll also put Ike Ekwonu on that list. I love him as a player, but I just would be disappointed because I feel like it's a waste of, an opportunity to get a player at another position that I think could be much more impactful, especially in year one. Next would be Kavon Thibodeau. I am not a KT fan at all. I don't think he fits the system. I think his skill set's phenomenal, but I shouldn't say fit the system. I don't think his personality fits what the Jets are looking for. In terms of players, in terms of character of players and stuff like that. Next would be Kyle Hamilton. Now, I will say this. If the Jets traded down into the middle of the first round, say 15, and Kyle Hamilton was there, and they took him, I would be thrilled with that pick. Tremendous value. And we do still need another safety. However, I don't see picking him in the top 10 with the other needs we have. I do feel like there's other safeties, and it's a pretty deep class in terms of safeties that you can get another one, down the line a little bit. Obviously, I'm looking at my list here. Quarterback, Malik Willis comes up. I'm throwing all the quarterbacks out the window. Obviously, same thing with pretty much all the offensive linemen in the first two rounds. Maybe late in the second round, if somehow we acquired a late second round pick, I would consider one. But I'm looking at depth pieces in the third, fourth round in terms of offensive linemen. Trayvon Walker, I like him a lot. I don't see him as a top 10 pick either. He's extremely athletic, but he doesn't seem to have that ceiling of being a completely elite player. He's not exceptionally good at any one thing. He's kind of fairly good or very good at a lot of different things. And I just don't see him as being worth a top 10 pick. Next on the list, we have Derek Stingley. Much bigger fan of Sauce Gardner, much bigger fan of McDuffie, much bigger fan of, his name's eluding me at the moment. Roger McCreary. I'm a big fan of Roger McCreary, but he's a second round guy. I like Derek Stingley as a player. I just don't see him being healthy, and I don't think we can risk spending a high-end resource on a cornerback that could potentially be injured all the time. Daxton Hill, another one, I don't feel like he has a position. So in the first round, I'm not really interested unless we traded up into the bottom of the first round or something for him. I'm not sold on him as a full-time safety. For some reason, he has all the athletic tools. He reminds me a little bit of a Malik Hooker, who's kind of been a little bit of a disappointment. Moving down the list here, wide receiver, Treylon Burks. Gosh, if we took him in the top 10, I'd be super disappointed. Either last couple picks of the first round or one of those 2 second-round picks, I'd be okay with it. I totally get that. I do think he has a lot of talent, but after his performance at the Combine, I don't see him being a top 10 pick. So any other player pretty much on this list, I'm all for. I'm for Hutchinson. Big fan. I love Ahmad Gardner. He's probably my favorite player in the whole draft. Garrett Wilson I like, not at 4, at 10. I'm actually really, really high on Jordan Davis. If you put him next to Quinton Williams, that'd be quite an interior defensive line. Nobody would be able to run the ball against us. I like Jamison Williams as long as his injury checks out. I mean, same with Drake London. Again, neither of them at 4. At 10, definitely would consider them. Let's see, going down my list here. I love the 2 inside linebackers that are first-round prospects, Devin Lloyd and Nakobe Dean. Yeah, like I said, love Trent McDuffie as well. I think he's very underrated. Jaquan Brisker, big fan of him as well. So we'll see where they go, but that's what I'm looking at. Those are some of the players that I really like, and some of the players I'd be disappointed in if the Jets selected in the first round. So if you like the content on the channel and the show, please like, subscribe, and share it. Keep an eye out for tomorrow's episode. We're going to do our first mock draft. Super excited about that. I've already been preparing everything for that. So, ding the notification bell so that when that video gets released, you'll be on top of it right away. But that was fun, and looking forward to the mock draft tomorrow. And until then, peace.